Welcome, friends, to this Tailor Made Life with Melissa. I'm Melissa Taylor, and we're going to talk about body function again. Specifically, we're going to talk about the gallbladder. One of the things I mentioned last time was that when our body is not functioning properly, we work our way up. So we start with the colon, then we work on the liver and the bile duct and the gallbladder, and then we move our way up to the lymphatic system and other organs. So, as a reminder, I am not a doctor. I am not recommending anything. I am simply telling you what I have learned over the past year and what has worked and helped me. So, um, I think it's important to know like signs that you may have gallstones. Okay, because this is kind of where I was at. So, started treatment last May, so over a year ago, for cancer and other issues. And was one of the things I had been dealing with prior to the diagnosis was I was having this pain in my right shoulder, and I had been to the chiropractor. I had tried everything, and I could not get relief from this right shoulder pain and right shoulder between like my shoulder blades. Just could not get relief. And so I was about 8 weeks into my treatment and called the doctor, and I was like, I can't, I can't get relief from this. Is there something that, can you retest me? Can we figure out what this is? And she said, well, have you tried a gallbladder liver flush? She said, you may have, typically right shoulder pain that won't go away can be direct correlation to your gallbladder. You could be having a gallbladder attack. What? I was like, are you kidding me? Seriously? So here are known symptoms of a gallbladder attack. So a gallbladder attack will result when gallstones are stuck in the ducts that transport bile from the liver to the small intestine. And common symptoms of a gallbladder attack include indigestion, gas, belching, abnormal bloating, frequent fatty food intolerance. So if you eat fatty foods and then you have, this pain, nausea, vomiting, and pains under the right shoulder or between shoulder blades. Huh. So I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I've literally been going to the chiropractor for almost a year for this. So I did my first gallbladder liver flush. Some of the things that can create gallstones are preserved meats, processed foods, sugar, soda, candy, alcohol, and seed oils like canola, soy oil, those kind of things. We want to replace them with organic, grass-fed animal protein, vegetables, fruit, healthy fats, grains, nuts, seeds, and water. And then we want to detox the pathway, and we want to support that with vitamin C, zinc, milk thistle, which we talked about last time, selenium, glutamine, bitter greens, and citrus fruits. And then we want to continue to replenish our body with the nutrient-dense foods. Positive stress management, because that can cause, our body to not function properly, quality sleep, and plenty of water. So now that we have said that, so what are some diseases that can be prevented by taking care of your gallbladder? Heart disease. Statin drugs will artificially lower blood cholesterol levels. Simply put, bile does not form properly, and therefore gallstones accumulate. This makes it difficult to metabolize fats. and harmful toxins can get trapped in the body. Side effects from statin use may include heart failure, kidney failure, and liver disease. That being said, high cholesterol levels are a sign of liver congestion from poor diet and lifestyle, and not the main indicator for heart disease. A gallbladder cleanse can treat gallstones, prevent strokes and heart disease, and restore the flow of bile to rebalance high density HDL and LDL levels naturally. Okay. Cancer and diabetes prevention. Gallstones can lead to hormonal imbalances in the body. The liver is also responsible for hormone regulation, including insulin and estrogen. Women with high estrogen levels have double the chance of developing breast cancer. When insulin does not break down, the body may become insulin resistant and lead to diabetes. A gallbladder cleanse may help with hormones like insulin and estrogen breakdown efficiently. Okay. Gallbladder surgery prevention. So some doctors believe the gallbladder isn't important to the body. However, I do not believe that God created a gallbladder for no reason. Gallbladder removal is the medical approach to deal with a gallbladder problem, but removing your gallbladder may not be the best solution. I know people who still have issues with digestive issues after they've had their gallbladder removed, especially since thousands of gallstones are stuck in the liver. A gallbladder cleanse can help people avoid gallbladder surgery. Osteoporosis prevention. When stools float, so when you have a bowel movement and it floats, it's a sign of poor fat metabolism. When fat's not being absorbed, it also is an indication that calcium isn't being absorbed properly either. So the blood then obtains calcium from the bones, and osteoporosis can result when the blood gets its calcium from your bones. However, not eating enough calcium isn't the problem. Poor fat metabolism and insufficient bile production are greater factors in osteoporosis. So ultimately, the gallbladder cleanse may strengthen your bones better than any milk product can. Okay, helping with weight loss. Since the liver is important for fat metabolism, a gallbladder cleanse should factor into any effective weight loss program. When gallstones are flushed from the body, weight can be rebalanced through the regulation of water balance and water retention. It's a way to naturally treat acne and skin problems. Damage to the liver is a side effect of certain acne medications, and skin diseases like acne and psoriasis and eczema are related to gallstones in the liver. A gallbladder cleanse can flush the gallstones and restore your skin in the process. That's only the beginning of what a liver gallbladder cleanse can do. My doctor has recommended to me that I do a gallbladder liver flush every month. And so what happened when I did the gallbladder liver flush, which I'm going to share with you the protocol that I used. So I told you before that I was having these right shoulder pains for almost a year. Getting no relief. So then I did a gallbladder liver flush, and within days, the shoulder pain had subsided. And I was like, that's all it took. I mean, it was crazy. And so, however, then I was also, as I shared in the previous colon videos, I was also struggling with a parasite. So, as I was being tested, one of the things that the doctor kept saying is, the parasite's not gone, the parasite's not gone. So when I would test every 6 to 8 weeks, we were still seeing the parasite. We were still seeing that parasite and the amoeba. And finally, and I don't have shoulder pain anymore. Okay, so I've probably in the first year I probably did 3 or 4 gallbladder liver flushes, just trying to listen to my body, what it needed, what I felt like it needed. And I'm telling you what, those gallstones. So here's the thing. The anatomy of a gallstone is that people call them stones, but they're really not hard. They're like sponges and they absorb the toxins. So when you're trying to detox and you do like a colon cleanse or you do your detoxes, um, if the gallbladder is holding on to stones that are absorbing toxins, then that's a barrier to getting well. Um, Other thing too is that parasites will sometimes get into your gallbladder and or your liver and lay eggs in those gallstones. So even if you I did get rid. So finally the doctor was like, parasites are gone. And I was like, awesome. Yay. She said, but I want you to keep doing the gallbladder liver flush on a monthly basis because those parasites could have laid eggs in those gallstones. And we want to make sure we get the parasites gone completely. So that is why I continue to do it. So what is the protocol? So fun, you guys. So fun. Okay, so the whole reason that we want to do this gallbladder liver flush is because we have these not just gallstones, but sometimes we also have some biliary sludge that we just need to get out. So when I did the gallbladder liver flush, then I also looked up some home remedies for gallbladder pain. Now, please note that you should always consult your doctor when experiencing severe symptoms of gallbladder attack. I am not a doctor, nor am I recommending any of these, but I think it's very interesting information. Water with Epsom salt. One of the most affordable and accessible remedies to calm an inflamed gallbladder is salt water. Symptoms of a bad gallbladder are known to quickly go away for this remedy. Now, I will tell you, this Epsom salt in particular, it's not salty. It's not like a salt water. It's a really different, it's just different. I just can't even take, it recommends here that you take 1 teaspoon of salt and mix it into an 8-ounce glass of warm water. Epsom salt dissolves. And then drink this glass of salt water before you go to bed at night to ease gallbladder inflammation and rest well. I will tell you that Epsom salt will make you go to the bathroom. It is also a laxative. So it is actually used in the protocol for the gallbladder liver flush. Second home remedy for gallbladder pain, beets. So I've been wondering, like, I want to grow beets next year, but I was experimenting with the beets that I got from the CSA this year with dehydrating those. It didn't work great the way that I did it. So I'm still trying to figure out, because you know how I am. If I don't like to eat something or taste something, I'll put it in a capsule and try to take it that way. I've done that with cilantro and eggshells and you name it. So anyway, so I'm still working on that. So I'll let you know what I come up with that. But beets are healthy, natural, and organic alternative to pain medication. They work by thinning the bile that usually causes gallbladder stones and symptoms. So beets thin the bile. Beets can be consumed in multiple forms for gallbladder attack relief. You can eat them, take beet supplements, drink some beet juice, whatever. Okay. I'm still, like I said, I'm still trying to figure out. I don't like the way they taste. I will say though, roasted beets, I did try those last year. Beets, carrots, and potatoes, I think. And that turned out pretty good. I did like a garlic salt, rosemary rub on those, and I roasted them in the oven and they turned out really good. But I can't see eating that every day. So, omega-3 fatty acids are so good for you on so many levels, but they're also a natural treatment for gallstones. They can be found in fish, recommended for both quick gallbladder pain relief. Also, a diet that includes that tends to be supportive of the gallbladder as well. So one of the best sources of omega-3 fatty acids is salmon. I'm actually trying to figure out, one of the things I have not pressure canned yet raw is fish. And I want to figure out how to do that this winter so that I can pressure can some salmon to have on hand. I know it's not going to be hard. It's going to be like any other raw packed meat, but I just haven't done it yet. So I'm getting there. Herbal infusions, number 4, number 4, herbal infusions, home remedy for gallbladder pain. So one of the things that Rosemary Gladstar talks about in this book are infusions, tea infusions. She talks about infusions, decoctions, syrups, oils, salves, and tinctures in this book. So that's one of the reasons why I had been working on my herb and tea garden planning for next year, because I want to grow in my tea garden herbs that I can use in herbal infusions and teas. The most popular and reliable are garlic, which I would not make a tea out of. That's why I take supplements, garlic supplements, nettle, dandelion. So I made a dandelion tea. I will show you a picture of the dandelion tea that I made. It was so good. I was out in my front yard cutting dandelion heads off, and I thought my neighbors thought I know my neighbors thought I was crazy, but I don't spray my yard, and so they were safe. And they're so good for you. So I made a delicious dandelion tea. It's so funny. I'm actually looking forward to spring and the dandelions so that I can make that dandelion tea again. Fennel is good. Ginger is good. Rosemary and St. John's wort. So I want to try to incorporate and see if I can, grow some. I would like to grow some ginger and some St. John's wort and some nettle this year. So I missed my window of opportunity on the garlic though. So next fall, I want to grow garlic for the first time, because garlic's one of those that you have to plant in the fall to get a crop in the summer. So, but I wanted to circle these: nettle, ginger, and St. John's wort. And rosemary I grow every year. Rosemary, sage, I will always have those. Then the 5th is lemon juice. Lemon juice is great for gallbladder pain relief. The best kind, however, is the one that is freshly squeezed. Lemon is really good for you. It's also, it's really good for your kidney and bladder as well. I sometimes will use lemon essential oil in my water or my tea to support that. Some essential oils can be taken internally. grass, generally regarded as safe for consumption. So you definitely want to look for that because not all essential oils are created equally. But lemon juice, or specifically the lemon essential oil from the Rhine, is very good for you. Vitamin C and on a daily basis can calm a bad gallbladder, which I thought was interesting. Coffee. There was a study that showed it was research cited by coffeeandhealth.org shows that coffee can play a key role in preventing gallstones and gallbladder disease. Study concluded that coffee can lower the risk of gallbladder problems 8 to 45%. Okay. This will give you yet another reason to have your cup of coffee in the morning, which always makes me happy. Okay, now vegetables. Beets aren't the only vegetable. Cucumbers, sweet potatoes, green beans, shallots, onions, and Swiss chard are also gallbladder pain relief friendly. Castor oil packs. So I'm going to talk about that next week, because that is, I do castor oil packs at least one a week, if not every other day. Castor oil packs can aid with gallbladder pain relief. Very, very effective. Very effective. Apple cider vinegar with apple juice. It does a fantastic job of relieving gallbladder aches. Apple cider vinegar is commonly, or ACV is the common abbreviation for that. So if you see ACV, it's apple cider vinegar. Some people will just put like a tablespoon in warm water in the morning and drink that. Some people will put it in a glass of apple juice. It's literally packed with health benefits and properties that will soothe your gallbladder and support numerous other organs as well. Honey and turmeric is another remedy. Turmeric is good for pain anyway. Honey is good for numerous different things as well, especially organic raw honey. Just like beets, honey and turmeric help with thinning of your bile as well. Fiber is good. Hot compresses. So that's kind of what I do with the castor oil pack. I will warm that. Sometimes I will put, I have a far infrared heating pad that I will put over the castor oil pack and use that as like a hot compress as well. And now let's talk about the gallbladder liver flush. I did this because my doctor recommended it. So I had never heard of this. It's interesting, y'all. Just really interesting. I will say, after I do this, I will say this. After I do the gallbladder liver flush, I do feel better. And I've always flushed out a good amount of gallstones. This is about a 2-day process, okay? And by that I mean 1 day is prep, and the next day is restorative. So the first day you prep for a zero fat diet. So typically I'll have oatmeal, rice, and steamed vegetables. No protein, no fat. Some people will do juicing, just like veggie and fruit juices, this first day. And zero fat, no fat at all. And then, so you eat like a good breakfast and lunch. Like I said, no nuts, no oils, no meat, no protein, no butter, no milk, no dairy, nothing with fat. Now, at noon, I sometimes will do the mucoid plaque cleanse at noon on that day because there's no fat in it. And I I like the idea of pulling out the toxins that might be hiding. So um, I've a couple of times I have done it with the mucoid plaque cleanse, and it's worked out really well for me. So I usually do that at about noon, 11 or noon. Um, and kind of in place actually of my lunch is what I do. So I'll have a pretty good breakfast about 9, 10 o'clock. And then for my lunch, I'll do the mucoid plaque cleanse and might have another snack um, before 2 o'clock. So at 2 o'clock, you don't eat or drink anything, not even water or anything after 2. And that then at 2 o'clock, typically I will make the, there's an Epsom salt water that you have to make. You have to have olive oil and grapefruit as well, grapefruit juice. So you'll need to take a couple of grapefruits and juice those. You can substitute lemon juice, but I usually use grapefruit juice because that's what this calls for. 6 o'clock is when you start actually the protocol. You take 1 dose of the Epsom salt solution, and you know how I am. I want to research why are we using the Epsom salt? Well, Epsom salt is a laxative, but also Epsom salt does it actually will dilate your bile ducts. So as the gallbladder flushes, those ducts are opened up so that that nothing gets stuck in there. So I thought that was fascinating. So at 6 and 8 o'clock, you drink your Epsom salt drink. It's about 3/4 of a cup that you drink, and just drink it fast. Just drink it down. It leaves like it's like drinking air. I guess the only thing I could, like, it leaves your mouth kind of dry after you drink it. And then at 9:45, you make your grapefruit and olive oil mixture. And at 6 o'clock, I start, I do the drink, the Epsom salt drink. And then 8 o'clock, when I do the second one, I'm in the bathroom, going to the bathroom a lot for an hour or two. Usually it starts about 8:39 when I'm in the bathroom. But this last time, I think my body was like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. And off and on. So I just kind of stay close to the bathroom because I don't have a reason to go anywhere anyway. So, yeah, so I just kind of stay close to the bathroom. From that 6 o'clock on, everybody's digestive system is different. So everybody is going to respond differently to this protocol. Okay, so 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, you do the Epsom salt drink, and then at 9:45, you mix the grapefruit and the olive oil together. I use my immersion blender to put it together because the grapefruit is so strong that I really don't taste the oil. But don't drink it until you are done going to the bathroom. Like, you'll kind of know, like, there'll be a lull, and it usually happens around 9:45, 10 o'clock. And then you drink go to the bathroom as many times as you need to. Even if you're late, drinking that 10 o'clock drink, just do what you got to do. Do it. But try not to be more than 15 minutes late. Your body has a clock. And so you want to make sure that you are timing it with when your body normally flushes while you're sleeping. So you want to go to bed, and you want to drink your drink at 10 o'clock, the grapefruit oil mixture. I usually get in bed, drink it, and lay down. Within minutes. I usually drink it through a big plastic straw, and I get it get it down as quickly as possible. It's really not bad. It really is not. It's not bad to drink down. And some people add cinnamon or honey to it. I don't add anything. It doesn't taste bad to me, really. And then you lay down flat on your back with your head up on a pillow, and you try to keep perfectly still for at least 20 minutes. A lot of times I'll just fall asleep. And some people actually can feel it flushing. They'll feel something traveling along their bile ducts. It's not painful due to the Epsom salt opening the bile ducts. So that's what it does, is that the Epsom salt will open up the bile ducts valves as well. So go to sleep. Now, one of the things it says here is expect diarrhea in the morning. I never read that. But what I found is that I'll get up in the morning and I'll just get up and go to the bathroom, and the only thing that's going to come out when I go to the bathroom are the gallstones. I mean, because the night before I've already flushed out everything that I ate that morning with that Epsom salt water. I've gotten everything out of my system, and the only thing that comes out in the morning are the gallstones. And so I just drink water. Some people will do another Epsom salt water drink in the morning when they get up. I haven't needed to do that. As always, I am not recommending this. I'm just telling you what I did. So, what are your questions? I was shocked, honestly, so I was like, well, how do I know if what I'm passing? Like, if in the morning when I wake up, how do I know if I've passed the gallstones or not? Well, everything that's floating is a gallstone. So that's an interesting journey as well. So anyway, I think that's all for today. Just another tool in that toolbox. Okay, so that's kind of the gist of the gallbladder liver flush. And like I said, I do this once a month, and it helps. It helps me immensely. So thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that you learned something. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments and I will answer what I can. I am learning on this journey as well. So I hope that this was beneficial. I hope you learned something. If you did, would you please just like this so that I know that this is interesting and that I'm helping you in some way? And then also, if you would, click the subscribe button and the bell so that you get notified when I upload new videos. Okay, well, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next video.